Hi, guys. Welcome back. Hope you all had a good weekend out there. Sunday was the only day last week that I did not post a video. There was just a lot going on with the PRI show and whatnot. I think this week will probably be a little bit slower when it comes to the news and things like that. But that's fine. We've got other stuff planned on here on the channel as well to try and put out a video Monday through Friday. Today, I wanted to look at a couple of numbers here that I find very interesting because a lot of the time on Facebook, it's mostly Facebook where all the boomers like to hang out at, and just they rah rah rah. Sprint car racing is going down the drain. It's nothing like it used to be back in the day. Blah blah blah. Right? I mean, that's all you hear about on Facebook. It seems like nowadays. There just seems like the positivity is hard to come by. Especially when things, it seems like, are getting bigger and better, and there's more things getting pumped into it and whatnot. And people still seem to think that sprint car racing is going down the drain. When, in my opinion, it seems like it is at the best point that I've ever seen it at. And I'm 30 years old. I haven't been around since the 80s. I wasn't around when Steve and Sammy were dominating and all that stuff, right? But to me, it seems like it is at a very good spot, and it's only gaining popularity year after year. I'm not going to be looking at year after year popularity here. I'm going to be looking at the overall numbers of 410 winged sprint car racing over the last 10 years or so. And that's what we've got here. All of these numbers coming from sprintcarratings.com. And it is showing since 2015, just about every single one of these stat categories has improved by a pretty tremendous margin from 2015 to 2024. And I wanted to put them on the board and show everybody that things might not be all doom and gloom in sprint car racing. I don't know why people just like to be mad. I've come to realize that. But maybe this will make them happy. I don't know. But here we go. So the first category I have on the board there are drivers that made over $100,000 in one single season from 2015 to 2024. I understand, guys, that the 100 grand doesn't go directly to the driver. 100 grand in the grand scheme of things really isn't a ton of money to help you get your sprint car operation up and down the road. But I think it is a good indicator of where things are at overall with the sport. In 2015, there were only 22 drivers that were able to make over 100 grand in earnings. 2016, there were 29. 2017, 24. 2018, there was 26. 2019, 23. So for those first 5 years, it's kind of fluctuating all over the place. 2020, COVID year, we expect to see that number go down. Only 17 drivers in the $100,000 range there. 2021, there were 29. 2022, 28. 23 was 30, and then this year, 36 drivers over $100,000 in earnings, the most in the last 10 years of 410 wing sprint car racing. And that's what these numbers, these magnets down here, are for. Those drivers right there, all for the first time in their careers, were able to make $100,000. Most of them young guys. You got Cole Macedo up there, Ryan Timms, Emerson Axsom, Tanner Thorson, Garrett Williamson, all guys under the age of 30 years old. The rest of these guys, you got Wyndham up there, TJ Stutz, you got Cap Henry up there as well. So some kind of, not old by any means, but some, I guess, middle age, would that be the right thing to say there? Guys in that category as well. But I mean, it's hard to deny. From 2015 to 2024, there were 14 more drivers that gained or that were able to make over $100,000 in the last 5 years. It's 13 drivers. So pretty good numbers right there. And this is the one, I think this stat category right here is the one that really puts it into perspective. In 2015, the total amount of purse money from all of the regional, all of the local tracks, all of the big series, all of the big races, all of the purse money together in 2015 was $10,883,281. 2016, that went up to 11.9 million. 2017, it fell back to 11.1. 2018, 10.5. So it was going up, then it came back down, and then 10.6 in 2019. 2020, it's going to be a little bit of a weird year. 8.1 million. That's no shock there as the COVID year. But then it jumped up to 13.5 million, the most it had been as we are charting it here on this graph. 14 million in 2022. 23 was 16.9 million. And then this year, $18,234,603 in available money to all the drivers racing 410s this year. Since 2015, that is an $8 million increase. And since 2019, that is also an $8 million increase. So obviously there's some fluctuations in there, but $8 million more pumped into the sport in the last 10 years. How can you possibly complain about that? And I expect that to keep going up and up and up throughout the next couple of years. Average car count is something interesting to look at as well. The numbers aren't insane as far as the variations go, like the total purse money, like the $100,000 earners. But 2015, the average car count for a 410 wing sprint car race was 27.2. 2016 and in 2017, 27.5, dropped a little bit in 2018 to 27.4, 26.7 in 2019. In 2020, the 2020 is weird. The money was way down. The $100,000 earners were way down, but the average car count was up to 29.9, which is actually the most out of all the numbers we're looking at here. 26.4 in 21, 27.7 in 22, 28.1 in 2023, and 29.6 this last year in 2024. So from 2015 to 2024, the number gained almost 2.5 cars per race for the average car count. And then from 2019 to 2024, it's up, almost 3 cars per race as well. So the things are looking good there as well. The trend is going up. I got something falling against me over here. Let me fix that. Okay, there we go. Now, let's look at the driver count. So this is looking at every single driver. Let's just say one guy ran a single 410 race all year long. That's all he ran was one. He would be included in this stat. So there was 939 different drivers that ran a 410 wing sprint car race in 2015. In 2016, it dropped to 924. 2017, it dropped again to 912. 2018, it dropped again to 874. 2019, all the way to 796. 2020, as we expect, 731. So not a very good trajectory there. It's going down, down, down. But I don't know what happens in 2021. Everybody must have loved or they hated being at home with COVID all the time. So like, hey, let's go buy a sprint car. 950 after 731, then 951. Then in 2023 was the biggest number on the board at 1,021. And then last year at 975. So lost about 50 drivers from last year to this year. Don't know what happened there. But from 2015 to 2024, the 10-year difference there, it's not a huge difference, but it's about 40-ish cars, 45-ish cars that were gained from 2015 to 2024. 2019, it's a pretty big difference. There's only 874, so 100 cars gained over the last 5 years. And now the last stat I wanted to look at was drivers that had at least one win in a 410 sprint car throughout the entire 2024 season, along with the rest of the years we're looking at. So in 2015, 161 drivers were able to get a 410 win under their belt. In 2016, that number dropped to 144. 2017, it dropped to 142. 2018, 129. And in 2019, it was at 134. 2020, as we imagine, it's going to go down at 99 drivers with a win. In 2021, it was 164. 2022, 150. 2023, 156. And then this year, 171 different drivers were able to get a 410 win to their credit. So if you compare that to 2015, that is 10 more drivers. If you compare it to 2019, I'm not very good at math, but that's about 50-ish drivers more than what we had 5 years ago. So to me, it looks like sprint car racing is on a pretty damn good trajectory. If you disagree, I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you do agree, please let me know your thoughts as well down in the comment section. But it is hard to deny that the numbers are getting better and better each and every year. A couple of outliers, obviously, the 1,021 drivers in 2023, the most drivers in 2020 for an average car count. Like, you're going to have those outliers in there, but for the most part, you could tell that there's been a steady increase over the last 5 to 10 years. And I don't know how much you I don't know how you can complain about that. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I thought this would be an interesting video to look at. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you have a great Monday out there, and we'll talk to you guys again here soon. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment down below. Thank you all for your support. We'll talk to you again soon.